Hello, my name is Billy, and I will be with you for the next half an hour. If at any point you want to drop out and conduct your own tour, please feel free. Otherwise, please stick with me. Men won't protect you anymore. The future is stupid. What follows is an entirely subjective selection of the works in the Castles collection based entirely on my own interests. You can invent stories for the rest. Please follow me. The future is stupid. Men befriending dogs is stupid. Men fucking dogs is stupid. Men marrying men is like cats marrying mice, or dogs marrying dolphins. How many legs would a dog have if you counted the tail as a leg? Just because you call a tail a leg doesn't make it a leg, said a politician of the Canadian Parliament as a reason to prevent marriage equality. Oleg Kulik, Family of the Future, 1997. Kulik is best known for his energetic performances in which he embodies a dog with all its unpredictable characteristics. In one such performance, Kulik bit an audience member who misinterpreted a warning sign. In Kulik's work, we anticipate a radical future in which all living beings are equal to man. Not content to stop at the soft issue of interspecies equality, however, Kulik takes his vision of the future further towards an ethically ambiguous society in which the right to interspecial marriages is extended. Things and feelings. Global societies have long held differing views on what constitutes life. In animist societies, movement gives life. Wind, rain, a leaf being blown off a tree are all living things. Things and feelings. What happens when we humans mistake our subjectivity for objective reality? Why should Earth's 10 million species be subservient to humanity's vanity? In such precarious times, who gets the right to decide which species are invasive? We are all guests here. Children are the cruelest of all. Even your family can betray you. In the stupid future, we no longer recognize the right of the human species to dominate. In the stupid, queer future beyond the Anthropocene, our planet is no longer understood in terms of human subjectivity, but rather from a planetary perspective. In this stupid, terrifying future, our queer families are built on bonds of love, not blood. We are not the only species on Earth. Is that a stupid thought to you? Children are the cruelest of all. Even your family can betray you. Please follow me. Joanna Rajkowska, greetings from Jerusalem Avenue, 2002. On a midsummer evening of long, warm shadows, consider that Aleja Jerozolimskia could just as well be a street in Tel Aviv. A reminder of Warsaw's Jewish community that once inhabited Nova Jerozolima, a small village that lay on the axis of Jerozolimskia, the palm tree is both a Varsovian and a foreigner, an invasive species. Change is valuable because it gives the oppressed a chance to be tyrants. Those in favor of an open, diverse society of exchange, those in favor of a traditional society, aren't you getting tired of English? Please follow me. Academia Ruhu, Other Dances, 1982. Would you step onto the mat with me? Great. Would you walk in a circle with me? Can go this way. Great, we'll do a slow one. Yesterday, I presented my performance, Wet Look, in the sculpture garden at Krulikania, while a man I don't know yelled, "Pedal!" It reminded me that public space is not a utopian free-for-all. It is a deeply insecure, heterosexist topography that is governed by its own set of norms. The extent to which we are free in public space is only a mirror of the society in which we live. If the femme nature of my action was provocative enough to invite insult, it only reveals the reality that public space, for any minority, is still the least safe space of all. Would you change direction with me? Men won't protect you anymore. Queer presences in public space of protest, of intimacy, of being, are effective precisely because they make an audience of heterosexuals. It's like being in on a joke where only you know the punchline. And the joke is gender. Would you walk backwards with me? Slightly more challenging. Women of the Kurdish resistance movement, wore their shoes the wrong way round, to walk from one place in the snowy mountains to the other, effectively reversing their tracks. This tactic saved their lives. Do you sometimes feel as if you were massively being forced to move backwards? Okay, we can stop there. Pauline Boudry and Renata Lorenz, Moving Backwards, 2019. Boudry and Lorenz's choreographic film work, presented this year at the Venice Biennale, presents the act of moving backwards as a queer strategy of survival. We will move backwards because strange encounters might be a pleasant starting point for the unforeseen to happen. This work is not in the Castle's collection. All things are delicately interconnected. Change is valuable because it gives the oppressed the chance to be tyrants. Why isn't there anything a bit more contemporary in the collection? Would you come in the room with me? Yoko Ono, The Blue Room Events, 1966 to 2008. After opening her exhibition here in 1993, Yoko Ono stayed overnight in the castle. The writing on these walls was discovered the following morning. In this marginal space, normally reserved for children's workshops. The sentences were supposed to be painted over after the exhibition. This window is 2,000 feet long. I have walked behind the sky. A koan is a statement used in Zen practice to provoke doubt. The effort to solve a koan is intended to exhaust the mind. The mind then finds a pathway to respond to the koan through intuition. This window is 2,000 feet long. I have walked behind the sky. The virus rages fierce. I have no friends now who are not dead or dying. Like a blue frost, it caught them. At work, at the cinema, on marches and beaches, in churches on their knees, running, flying, silent or shouting, protest. We discovered these the next morning. It was a surprise. You can follow me. That was Turn Something Lovely Anytime You Have a Chance. Don't hold yourself. 1990. That was The Future is Stupid. Jenny Holzer, 1998. Jenny Holzer. Selection from Truisms 1977 to 79 and Survival Series 1983 to 85 for Ujazdowski Castle, 1998. Please come and take a look. The truism gives the appearance of comfort. The truism tells us what we already knew in a way that makes it seem that we didn't. But we did. Isn't that a comforting thought? David Hammons, Real Time, 2000. Imagine you're walking on a wet floor. This work originally incorporated a thin layer of surface water in which the window's blue light would have been reflected. 4 months before his death, Derek Jarman released his contemplative film work, Blue, a meditation on impending death, on how to make meaning of a life. The AIDS medication available at the time meant that Jarman, a painter who wrote extensively and poetically on colour and memory, began to see only in shades of blue. Dying should be as easy as falling off a log. Lack of charisma can be fatal. Gunmetal blue. The patina of copper. Verdigris on the edge of green. Egyptian blue. The blue of the mosque. I place a delphinium, blue, on your grave. How did my friends cross the Cobalt River? With what did they pay the ferryman? As they set out for the indigo shore under the jet black sky, some died on their feet with a backward glance. Jarman wrote this chapter at the time of losing his sight, just like the sculptor, Dwużniewski, whose sound work you can listen to in a room we haven't yet addressed. The walls around the window were exposed. The brick walls were the exhibition walls. Please follow me. Someone wants to cut a hole in you and fuck you through it, buddy. Take a look. If you please, be a voyeur. It's the internal life of the institution. Winter Holiday Camp was an artist collective who occupied the castle, proposing that it should be run by children. This was based on the idea that in a system of true democracy, every member of society should participate in decision-making processes. Winter Holiday Camp put political posters on the walls of a public institution 3 days before the election. Imagine the bodies that work here. Curators, cleaners, attendants, accountants, producers, porters. Imagine their lived experiences, their nuances of opinion, their political stances. Imagine if they would approve of you. Some stones are better left unturned. Sometimes all you can do is look the other way. Change is valuable because it gives the oppressed the chance to be tyrants. Sometimes all you can do is look the other way. Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the exhibition.